Hello everyone, I am Sasron. I am I'm Njol, hashtag Sasron. And welcome one, welcome all. Let's take a look at Norwegian superstition and belief. Starting with the weekdays, namely a Sunday. The Roman 7 days weeks presumably was presumed to be introduced along with Christianity, and most of the days got names after our gods. The first day is Tuesday, Tirsdag. Wednesday is Odinsdag. Thursday is Torsdag, and from Friday is dedicated to Frey. The first day was named after the sun, while the second was named after the moon. While the last day of the week got named after the old custom of taking a bath that day. Laugardag. Wednesday was also called the midweek day. Mjekdag or mørkdag, depending on the dialect. In other words, dark day. No, not mørk. Like dårlig dag or something. Like shit day. It doesn't quite translate. But the book this is about Norway after all, and Norway isn't exactly English. Regardless. If we look upon how the day falls out, then the morning has its own sort of magic power. Quite often can the sick get well when a new day dawns. And morning dew is the best cure for many illnesses. And you can also see a lot of warning and signs in the morning. For example, and stuff like you should not sing before you have eaten breakfast. If you do, you will have bad luck. You shall not work too hard in the morning, because you'll get sleepy and tired long before the evening. Weather has occupied Norwegians throughout all times. For example, if the weather is extreme on a Sunday or a Monday, then the rest of the week will have good weather. You can also find signs during the evening. And then you can look into the future. Especially does this hold true for Thursday. Byttingen shall be spanked Thursday. Oh, right. You're supposed to spank cattle or something. 3 Thursdays in a row, even Thursday evening in a row, with the birch twigs. Apparently, Thursday is also the best time. Thursday evening is the best time to dig for hidden treasures. By midnight, at midnight on Thursday, clairvoyant people can see strange things. That is when trollhags, åskadsreia, and ghost is out on the prowl. It's also the best time to collect medicinal herbs, magical herbs. Not to mention collecting water, which also played a huge role in traditional folk medicine. In Old Norse time, this day was the most sacred, because it was dedicated to Thor, who was the favorite god of the Norse. After Christianity got introduced, most of these habits and traditions got dedicated and got transferred to Sunday instead. Sunday. As the name implies, it's dedicated to the sun and the worship of the sun. The energy this day is charged with, most of all, benefits children who are born on a Sunday. Sunday children have received special gifts and are protected against witches and dark powers. They are beautiful and well behaved, and have hell in all, and have luck in all they do. They look forward and can be clairvoyant, such as they can also see underground creatures like wits and thralls. All predators are scared of them, especially the bear. And wasp sting they will never get. They have magic powers and can stop bleeding, stop fire, and calm the wind. I only have to say, quiet, quiet wind, I am a Sunday child. They also have a easy time of finding stuff that is gone. And night to Sunday, they have prophetic dreams. In many towns and farmsteads, the neighbors came with gifts when a child was born on a Sunday, because the place then had gotten a strong human. Married people who are both born on a Sunday will never have children together. And if their bedcloth were taken outside to air it out on a Sunday, a divorce is to be expected. Sunday is also the best day for mother and her newborn to stand up from the from best day to get up after after having given birth, apparently. Something, it's a word I don't like. You don't even know it in Norwegian. Anyways. Also, treatment of the sick and the ill have much more positive results than other weekdays. However, it's quite unfortunate if someone sick feels better on a Sunday, because it warns about his impending death. And if there is a funeral on a funeral on a Sunday, then expect 3 more during the weekend. So people are careful of not doing that. If aching bones and the English sickness cured, it has to be under mass with the help of inherited silver collected from 3 hags, 3 Sundays after each other. The silver is smelted and forged into a crucifix under the mass, under the high mass, the 3 following Sundays. A cloth, pieces of clothing that has been finished and worn for the first time on a Sunday can apparently stop bleeding. Yes. Something the church-going folks in Nesafara experience. During the High Mass, there was a woman that started to bleed, and they thought she was gonna bleed out. Then someone shouted, "Is there someone who has a Sunday-made clothes?" Yes, replied a woman. I have one that has been made knitted on a Sunday. Then they tied the scarf around the sick person, and the bleeding stopped. However, if you have Sunday sewn clothes during, if you're wearing Sunday's clothes, you will not be found if you drown. The evil one doesn't just claim your soul, but your body with clothes and everything. The same thing happens if you repair clothes this day as well. Especially the one for the sailor sea clothes. Just listen. At Nes in Saltjørn lived the fisherman Magnus and his servant girl Gudrun. She had a habit of fixing clothes during the Sunday, despite the protests of Magnus. One day when he was out fishing, a storm brewed. And as the wind and weather picked up, all people got into shore except Magnus. There at the night, Gudrun woke up and got to see a dripping wet Magnus, who said, "Your needle stings brought me into the ocean, Gudrun. This had such a horrible impact on her that she was never the same ever again. Dangerous is it to sew shoeshine or shoeshine or shine boots on a Sunday. The bovine will also be exposed to wizardry. To break the spell is only one thing to do. Take the Sunday shoeshine footwear, burn it, and mix it with the food intended for the cattle. If the calf have fleas, the ash from the fire or fireplace, it would work. If a cow stops producing milk, they make sure to essentially put a cross over the cow to bless the cow. However, if the bovine has gotten a rash, you can take the fat from the Sunday stew and smear it onto the animal's hide. But make sure this happens during high mass. You know, when you know, religious stuff. As fate fixes everything. If you can't mash the cream into butter, it's a troll hag that is to blame. Wait for Sunday when the priest is preaching from his podium, or when the church bell tolls, because then the troll has no power, and you will have your butter. If you want to investigate if it's troll hag butter or not, stab the butter. Stab a silver knife in the butter 3 Sundays in a row. If it bleeds, it's a troll butter. Or troll hag butter. On the knives, though, never hone them on Sunday, it said. But a priest lady at Mørekanten didn't care. She did this every Sunday morning with her table knives. After some time she died, and then it became really lively on the kitchen. People lay in bed and heard her work as long as the old priest guard stood. Because she was apparently she died and became a ghost, a remnant. How quaint. On a farm in Hobøl, they had started baking flatbread right before Christmas. They used a Sunday for this, naturally. They were well underway, but then it was then it got such a strong wind. All the places in the house, the heat of the fire in the fireplace died, and it was impossible to bring it up again. So they had to stop. There's a lot of things to keep in mind about a Sunday. Something is dangerous, some is good. It's said that wood chippings you have prepared on a Sunday can be burned on the back of the hand, and the nails you cut shall the devil use for his wooden clogs. Do not touch the buttons, the needles you drop on the floor. They might just be used against you in hell. You should avoid moving, because bad luck will follow. Have you been stuck in bad weather a week or so, and the Sunday shows up with nice weather, with nice sailing weather? The journey will be a successful one. Yes. Is the Sunday weather good? Then at least 3 of the next weekdays will have good weather. The thread you stretch out for wolves has to be spun and hung up on a Sunday. The thread has this effect that the spine of a wolf will rot when it passes under. Also, it's said that the underground creatures of the dark, do not like Sunday hunters. That a man from Valle got to experience. He had decided to go hunting on Saturday weekday. A while into the forest, he heard a bird on top of a tiny knoll. He went up, but then the bird was at the bottom, so he went up again. And then so he went down, and then the bird went up, so the hunter went down. This happened several times in a row. After a while, he got eye of the Hulder, who sat on another knoll and laughed. He did not like this, and decided to head home. While he was walking there and thought about the Hulder and the bird, he got to see another bird on a treetop. He shot the bird, but it had no effect. He kept shooting and shooting and shooting, but the bird didn't move. Eventually, he had shot so many times it was a visible hole straight through the chest cavity of the bird. And then he heard the denying horse-like laughter of the Hulder. Now he got scared and ran home fast as his legs could carry, and he never went hunting on Sunday again. Sunday fishing is not very honorable. Yeah. Essentially, you should not go fishing on a Sunday, because our Lord above miss no other fish than the one that has been caught on a Sunday. And the meat is also not as it's supposed to be. A man in West Slidre was a very eager Sunday fisherman. So one of these Sundays, he was out at the Slidre fjord and went fishing with his net. He threw it out and reeled it in and got 101 fish. And he did this one more time and got another 101 fish. And the third time it had the same result. Now he got really scared, because something was amiss. He took to the oars and wanted to go to shore. But the boat did not move. "Lord, my God, please help me," he shouted to the heavens. At the same time, the sky turned black, and thunder struck, and lightning surrounded the boat. And from the depths of the ocean, he heard a terrifying roar. Scared witless, he came home, shaking like a leaf, and never again did he travel out to fish on a Sunday. For a great many years ago, tells the tales of a little South Norwegian homestead that fished a lot of lobster exactly during a Sunday. It was such that one time that he got nine lobster. He said never happened before. Because other weekdays they only got a few. They got scared. Neighbor taught a neighbor, and eventually they all stopped fishing during a Sunday. But they noticed something peculiar as a result from fishing the rest of the week. And to their great joy, they discovered that the amount of fish they got was the same, only spread out through the week. When a new year starts, we take the calendar out to see what kind of year we'll get. If a new moon occurs during 3 Sundays in the year or more, it's a good year. But if the new moon only happens on 2 Sundays, it will be a horrible year. If you have a bad weather on a Sunday, you can get good weather by putting 3 brooms in a cross onto a fire. But it has to be done by a Sunday child. I'm your host Ashton, signing out. Like, follow, and subscribe to my social media, links down below. Also, I have a Teespring store and a Patreon. Ciao.